Welcome to the Behind the Vision podcast. In this episode with podcast legend Devin Winter, we get an update on when the Porsche is coming, creation of movement culture, and how life has been since the last time we recorded an episode. Hope you enjoy the show. Devin, maybe the most important question during this podcast. When is the Porsche coming?
When is the Porsche coming?
Yes.
Oh man, you're gonna drop that on me right now? I didn't know that's what this was about. It could potentially come next year. I actually set a goal for next year, and if I hit that goal, I'll get the Porsche. I'll get the GT4.
Let's go. What is the goal?
I don't want to say because it's a financial goal, and I don't feel like sharing it publicly.
Okay.
So I hope that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a financial goal, and if I hit it, and when I hit it, then I will get the car. And I want to do an overseas delivery. So basically, that's where you order the car brand new, and you customize it to how you want, and then you go and you pick it up over in Europe, and you can go drive it around for as long as you want. So I'd probably go out there for a month with Tia, and we do like a road trip out there, and drive the car around for a month, and then you bring it back to the facility and they ship it to the US and it's here in like a few weeks or a month.
Very cool. Dang. Anyone else on the trip list? Just Tia?
Well, it's a two-seater car, so
Any of the wait list options?
what do you mean?
Is the wait list open?
The wait list is open. If you can check with Tia on that. I mean, if she doesn't want to go, I'm more than happy to bring you along, Austin. But you get car sick driving in my Audi, and it's like a quarter of the speed of the GT4. So I don't know if you would be a good contender, unfortunately.
You think Tia will let you buy that car?
What do you mean let me? What do you mean let me buy that car?
I mean, she sees how you drive that Audi around. It's
well, so you see, Tia doesn't get to choose what it is I buy and don't buy. Though she thinks I'm going to die in the car, I think I would be just fine. I'm very good. Okay, so she is worried about me dying in a car, but she's been in 4 or 5 car accidents. I've been in 0. And I drive much faster than she does. So I think she should worry about her own driving skills versus mine.
You're going to have her get a matching Porsche though, right?
Whatever she wants. I'm not like, what do you think? I have like a controlling boyfriend? Like, you get the matching car. If she wants, I think she wants a cyan, same color as mine, which is like the SUV Porsche. And that's cool if she wants that. She works hard. She can keep grinding and she'll get that one day too. Hopefully we'll have 2 Porsches in the garage. It'll be sick. And she's definitely into cars now since I've drugged her along to many dealerships when I want to go look at cars. She's now kind of getting into them as well, which is cool. So
nice. Yeah, traveling to pick up your car would be really cool. Do you think you'll actually do that? Go over and pick it up?
Yeah, I mean, that's the goal. I mean, like, if I'm going to get a brand new car, like the GT4 costs $130,000 about. So I want to make sure I get the full experience out of it. Like, that's a lot of money to spend. So I want to make sure, like, if I do that, I get the full experience out of it. And also, you only get that from buying a brand new car from them. You can't just like get that same experience from buying a used car. It has to be like your car. And then also, I've had this goal now for like 4 years that I want, like, this is the car I want. I've been working really hard towards it. So it'd kind of be like it's just a big milestone. So if I get it, I want to make sure I'm able to like fully embrace the experience, as well as how many times do you get the opportunity to drive your dream car around Europe for a month?
Almost zero.
So
unless you rent it or
so
something.
I totally want to do that. And like, just, you know, picking up a brand new car, like your dream car here in Minnesota is awesome. But imagine picking it up in Europe and then going and driving through like the Alps and like through these mountains and going on this road trip in a place I've never even been would be pretty much a dream come true. It'd probably be like the coolest way to see that continent for sure. So
yeah. So car, biggest goal. Do you have another goal after the car? I know we've chatted about this before. Do you have something that's like another goal in the same?
Yeah, we chatted
car?
about this. So like the car has always been the materialistic goal. Because I'm not like I like nice things for sure, but I don't really like anything else besides cars when it comes to like materialistic things. Like I just need like a nice place to live, and like I wear pretty normal clothes. Like this hoodie's from like H&M, and like I don't really.
Saw those shoes you bought though at Martin Patrick, man.
Yeah, so I bought new shoes, but like that's the one pair of shoes I have now. I buy like 2 pairs of shoes a year. So I don't spend money on many materialistic things unless it's for work or tech, which is usually for work. But cars have always been my thing. I would say like that's the only materialistic thing that really drives me. As of right now, that could change. Like obviously one day I want like a family and things like that. Then I might want like a cool house, like a big house. But as of right now, I don't really want a big house. Like it's just me and Tia. So, but I think like the main driver for me has always been freedom to do whatever it is I want. And that could be, starting a business that I think needs to exist, or bringing my family on trips, or going and seeing the world myself, or just being able to have the freedom to go and like do whatever it is I want at that time. Cause I have a lot of ideas and I want the money and the time to be able to execute on those ideas. So that's always kind of been my main driving force. And that's always kind of been enough. So
building a business you wish existed. Perfect segue into movement culture. And would you be able to share a little bit on kind of what movement culture is and how it came to be?
Definitely, yeah. So just to give like a little backstory, I threw like a small event for Sixth Floor, my trading group, in August or July. I can't remember when I threw that. It was like 35 or 40 people. But when that event was over, I felt like this energy. Like I felt excited and I felt like this needs to be happening more. I remember just like going back to my apartment afterwards and just like talking to Tia, and I was like, that was the best thing ever. Like that stuff needs to be happening on a regular basis, and we need to be bringing people together like that very often, because the energy you feel leaving an event like that is just like uncomparable. So after that event, I got approached by, both you, Jeremy, and then we brought Jeff in the mix, and we're like, okay, let's maybe like create something out of this much more than, and almost like create a separate business off of it, separate from Sixth Floor. And let's create like a business where we do 4 events a year, and we bring, the entrepreneurs, the creators, the people that are in this city, we bring them together under one roof so we can all collaborate, hang out, help each other get to our goals, be able to work together on different things, and just like surround yourself with like-minded individuals. And just from talking with people before we even move forward on this, and executed on this, it's something that, not only myself and you, Jeff, and Jeremy have been craving, but it's something this whole city has been craving. So after hearing that, I was like, okay, well, someone needs to go out and like create that then. There's a need for it. I want it to exist. Well, let's go do that. Let's go create this thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so we started to kind of find the people that would really help grow and cultivate this event. So we started talking with, like what you said, Jeff, Jeremy, like you've been leading a lot of it. Jeff has obviously been crushing the branding for the event. Everyone's tossing in ideas on like what the event could be, future event ideas. And then Jeremy is kind of heading up the sponsorship, kind of getting sponsors for the event, managing the giveaways,
Partner communication.
Partner communication. And then I'm just managing the site, and then any like email or SMS communication going out. So yeah, it's been great collaborating with everyone, and it's been a pretty solid team for creating an event. Like it's all worked out pretty well. I mean, you have a lot of stuff you're doing. Like it would be great to have someone that does social media. So if anyone out there looking for some social media experience in the event space,
I feel
let us know.
I feel like a fucking social media manager at this point. So if anyone wants to help out there, that would be amazing. Anyone who's good at building hype, you know. But yeah, it's been fun. I mean, we have a power team, right? Like all four of us have different skills. Right away, we set the roles in which, you know, this person can be doing this person can be doing this person. Like you have to set boundaries of what the expectations are when you have business partners, and that's been really good for us because we know what to expect from one another. Even though this first event has been like all of us kind of scrambling to put this thing together because, you know, it's just our first one, so we're learning a lot. But overall, like it's been really good, and it also helps that, you know, we're a group of entrepreneurs ourselves, so we're able to, we all think the same, and we all are kind of on the same page when it comes to things, and we're all on board with this mission. So it's just been really good.
Yeah, and I love going to events. Like I went to events like years ago, back when I was in Fargo and when I moved to Minneapolis. And in like the last year, there's been 0 events. And it's just something that you crave, is connecting with other people, being motivated and inspired by them. I mean, I guess you've had your Sixth Floor event. So that does count, and that was awesome. And that's kind of what stemmed the conversation of creating something larger for the Minneapolis community.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing really currently for that.
Totally, yeah. I think this city has a lot to offer, and there's just a lot going on here, and there's a lot of people doing really cool things, but there's nothing bringing everyone together into one room. Nothing that I know of, at least. So,
What's been maybe the most challenging obstacle you've had to overcome trying to cultivate this event with the goal amount of people at like over 200? Which is pretty hard to do. It's hard to get people to commit to a time and then also to show up for it too.
Dude, I am always so like overall, I think the biggest struggle with this has been is tying my identity to the success of the event, and then also considering the success of, or also, you know, saying that this success of this event is selling it out, which isn't what makes an event successful. So I've had to take a step back and be like, okay, let's just worry about getting the right people to this event. Let's not worry about making it like I think we're going to sell out. I do think we're going to sell out, but if we don't, that's fine too. And I've had to take a step back and say, okay, let's worry less about that. And let's worry more on, okay, how can we create a really good experience for the people that actually show up to the event? Because the right people will come. The people that are meant to be there will come to the event. Let's make sure these people have a really good experience. So kind of getting over that obstacle, that's been huge. And then also just scrambling. I mean, for those of you that do know me, you know, I'm like always kind of just, I do things last minute sometimes, and that's how I operate. So we do a video shoot for the event, and then I edit it that same day, and then we put it out the next day. And then there's just like so much happening at once. And then another hard thing has been is I have other businesses that need to be worked on as well. And like, there's other work that needs to be done there. So trying to manage multiple things at once is always challenging. But man, we have learned a ton, and the event hasn't even happened yet. And I would say we've learned a ton of things that we're going to bring into the next event, which is really good. Like, we've just been able to pull a lot of things from this and be like, okay, we already know, like, we have to do this differently. We have to do this differently, going into the next one. So it's just been really fun to learn because this is new to all of us, you know?
Yeah. I'm pumped for the first event because like anything that you do new is very motivating. It's just refreshing to like do something new, experience something new. So being that this is the first time we've ever done the event, it'll be cool to see it all come together. And then it's going to be sick. Like, we have some things planned during the event that is going to be unique, I would say, to like its style.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely its own style for
Mm-hmm.
sure of like what we're trying to cultivate in the event.
Absolutely. I think, you know, we're doing everything. Like we went pretty all out with it. Like we got, like I'm excited for people to come. I don't want to give it away, but we got some cool hidden like things that are going to be happening, as well as we just wanted to do everything right. Even though it is our first event, we went all out with everything, which is really exciting. But there is this feeling like, I remember on the launch day, I was like talking to you about it, and we were just talking about the feeling that you get when launching something new or creating something new. There's nothing like it. Creating a new business and launching it, there's nothing like it. Having your first ever event for movement culture, there's nothing like it. Like you get this just energy off of it. You just feel so thrilled to even have the opportunity to do that I don't know, there's just nothing to even describe it. You just get this high when you launch something new or you create something new. On top of it, we just had a crazy amount of support. I mean, that first day, you know, we had so many people share around the video. We had endless people sign up for the waiting list. We had a ton of attention on social, and people were just people were like, this is awesome. We want to be there. We want to be involved in this. And we've seen a ton of support from people, which just makes me even more excited about it. So,
Yeah, it's really cool having helped create something that other people really resonate with, and they like want to show up for it.
Yeah. It makes you like think, oh, I wasn't the only one that was wanting something like this, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it's what tickets launched
Yesterday.
Thursday. So
Yeah,
it's
Thursday.
been one day and we're maybe already at like 1/4.
Over
capacity.
1/4.
Yeah.
We're over 1/4 already. We're at about 30 to 35% of tickets sold already.
Mm-hmm. And most of the demographic will be around our age, and we normally book stuff like before the
day
event.
before, yeah.
We're like, what are you doing tonight? Oh, I can make it. Let's
Yeah,
go.
I don't blame people at all. Like I was pretty shocked that we sold as many tickets as we did the first day, because I was like, man, if someone else is throwing this event and I was just going to it, I'm not buying tickets till the day of or the day before, just because, you know, like that's just how our generation is. So it's funny. It's funny how that works. But hopefully like everyone that wants to be there gets a ticket sooner than later in case it sells out. Hopefully everyone can get a ticket. So yeah, if you are watching this, obviously go and snag a ticket. We have like a sale and stuff. buy 3, get 1 free.
Buy 4 for the price of 3.
Yeah, buy 4 for the price of 3. That's the same thing.
It is the same thing, but in Eventbrite, you have to buy the group thing, and we have the limit set to straight 4. We unfortunately in Eventbrite can't do like buy 3 and then we're just gonna like automatically send you 1. It'd be great, but
Yeah.
it's just not that way. So, yeah, I would love to. Or were you gonna say something?
No, go ahead.
I'd love to chat a little bit on event strategy and kind of what we have done. So a few of the strategies we've done to, you know, make this initial launch of the event successful, and how other people that are maybe going to cultivate an event in their space or like a pop-up or something like that, different things they can do to help get people to their event, because it's something very hard to do. Like it's not easy.
Yeah, I mean, we can definitely chat about that. We haven't like done the event yet.
I'm just talking about like getting people.
We can
like,
say what we did.
signed up.
Yeah, we can say what we did, but we haven't sold out the event yet. So hopefully, yeah, we can say what we did. We built a lot of hype. We haven't sold out the event yet, so I wouldn't say we've like had a successful first like launch yet.
True.
But we definitely got a lot of attention, and people are buying tickets like crazy. So yeah, we can totally go into that.
Yeah, cool. That's a good pretense. Like before.
Yeah.
Should have said that.
I mean,
it's cool as many people like signed up for it, I guess.
Yeah. I would say Yeah, I would say like a few things we did right away was first of all, we put together the four of us who are all, I would like to consider good at what we do. All four of us also know a lot of different people in the city, which is great as well. So we can utilize our different networks. And then from there, we became really clear on what this event is, who it is for, why we're doing this event. And that's super important. So that way people can, read what it is this event is about, or they can see what this event is about and they know right away, I'm meant to be there. So we've made it super clear. Like I would say, like we had that whole meeting, remember, like with Jeff.
We created the brand for it and kind of like who that brand individual would fit for the event.
Yeah. And then Jeff walked us through a meeting, like an hour and a half long meeting where we're literally like, okay, who is this for? Why are we doing this? What is our goal through this? And we became super clear with our mission. And then from there, one thing that helped is we did and if you haven't done an event yet, this actually worked really well, was we basically threw like an event or a get together at Able Brewing, which is a location. We got like 15 or 20 models, and models are just people we know. We got people together and we did a photo and video shoot and basically reenacted the event. So that way we had content for the actual marketing. And this allows people to visually see the event going on and they want to be there. So that helped a lot. I wouldn't even know what we would be posting right now if we didn't have that content.
Just graphics.
Yeah, just graphics, which doesn't cut it, I wouldn't say. So that helped a ton. But that's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to do that. Another thing that has helped a ton is we have partnered with other companies in Minneapolis who have similar missions, not just in Minneapolis, but other companies who have similar missions to ours. And, just to list a few of these, we got Center Movement, Opinion Clothing, Seek Supply, Memory, Fluid, DRG Real Estate, InvestLink, like all these partners. Those first ones I listed are, they're giving stuff for the giveaways, which I'll talk more about. And then the DRG and InvestLink are sponsors of the event, and DRG is our title sponsor. And just kind of bringing together all these different companies has also helped get a lot of people involved in the event as well. Because they help market the event and they help get people at the event as well. And the nice thing is all these companies have a similar mission to movement culture. They're all, either self-development, self-care. They're all about the city of Minneapolis, like DRG, right? They're all about entrepreneurship. They're all about, bettering themselves. Like they're all about self-improvement, right? So we've put together these partnerships with companies with a similar mission, which has been amazing. And then that leads us into, we've done a lot of giveaways. Like we have 3 big giveaways, which has helped drive a lot of the movement culture as well. So
yeah, sometimes you post giveaways on the page and I'm like, I know we're doing giveaways. I'm just like, oh dang, we're doing another giveaway.
Yeah, we're giving shit away all the time. It's like movement culture is just like the least profitable company on the planet. So that's great. But no, I like it. I mean, like, it's fun to give shit away at an event where it costs $10 to get there. It's fun to like give someone $600 worth of shit. And then like the first 50, another thing we did, first 50 people to get a ticket got free drink tokens. And we sold the first 50 tickets in an hour. So those drink tokens went like that. It was like an hour or two we were out of those first 50 tickets. Yeah. So yeah, those are a couple things we did to market it. I think just like a few things to focus on is getting people to reshare content. So building out content that is shareable.
Create a hype video.
Hype video is like everything. A hype launch video is everything. So shareable content, and then incentivizing people for purchasing right away. So that way you don't feel like, oh, we haven't sold any tickets, and you wait till the day before for everyone to buy tickets and you're stressed out the whole time. And then another thing we're doing, which hasn't released yet, but I'll let you guys know now, is we're incentivizing people to get to the event as soon as possible. So first chunk of people in the door will be entered in a new giveaway as well. More on that later. Yeah. So incentivizing the audience to, like, you know, giving cool shit away if you help support what we're doing has been really good for the marketing aspect of the event as well. So, but yeah, I mean, like, I think the first ones are just hard because you have nothing to show for it, just like anything else. Like, we've never done an event, so why would people want to come to our event? So you have to share with people why you think they should be there. And then the rest will be easier. If you kill the first one and you absolutely crush it and you sell it out and it's awesome and people love it, the next one will be much easier because all those people are going to come back, but they're also going to tell their friends. And more people are going to see it online and be like, oh, I wish I was there. So get through the first one, do as much work as you can to market it, and then the rest should get easier.
Yeah, it's all or nothing.
Yeah, you don't want to. That's the thing. Like with something like this, you don't want to regret not doing something. Like, we could have not done that photo shoot and the video shoot, and just done the graphics and like gone the normal route of how a lot of events are marketed when they haven't done one yet. But I'll tell you this right now, we wouldn't be selling as many tickets as we currently are, and I would be like, shit, I wish we took that day of work and like created that content to help market this event. So you don't want to regret not doing something. So just like, if you have an idea in your head on when it comes to marketing, even if it's a good chunk of work, just do it because you don't want to regret it later on, you know? Yeah. And that's with any company, I should say. Like, if you have an idea, just go do it so you don't look back later. But yeah.
Wish you couldn't have done it. Yeah.
What have you enjoyed most about this process so far?
I think the collaboration aspect with everyone has been really fun. It's really cool. I mean, obviously I work with like almost everyone, just us three, or us total four. It's been cool to like collaborate with other people and see their like skill sets like shine in their specific areas. And then also just seeing it resonate with as many people as it has already is really cool because like we're really just trying to communicate an idea of something that us four was like, we want to do this. And this idea, this concept resonated with other people and they loved it as well. So that is really cool to see. And all the support that everyone has shown is awesome because we want to make this as cool as possible, and we can't do that unless a lot of people show up because that allows for greater collaboration at the event. You're able to meet other people, and I know that when I'm at the event, I want to like be able to see someone that maybe isn't talking with someone and maybe ask them if anything interests them that they want to learn more about, or if they want to connect with anyone and be able to direct them to that person.
The experience is in the people.
Yeah.
The experience is the people. So like we'll have things to do there and we'll have like they'll
keep going.
Oh yeah. You sure?
Yeah.
All right. So like there'll be things to do there. People will be hanging out, but at the end of the day, the experiences and the people and the conversations that you're going to be having, that's going to be the most like valuable part of this event, or the valuable thing that this event will have to offer.
Yes.
What do you envision movement culture forming into over the next year?
Next year. I think the goal, I think sometimes what can happen is you can be overly ambitious with certain things, and you can spread yourself pretty thin with stuff that gains a lot of hype in the beginning. So you become very like, oh, I'm going to do all these things and it's going to be this like crazy thing. But I think you just have to double down on what works and make that better. That's like the utmost priority is being like, hey, we have this event. We want to do this 4 times a year. And each time it has to be better than last time.
Mm-hmm.
And that should be like the main focus. Anything other than that is like optional.
Mm-hmm.
And there's things we want to do. Like I would consider if we want to do like an NFT drop, if we want to have maybe more of like an exclusive event where we do something a little different than being at like a brewery or event space. Maybe we could do something out on like a lake or somewhere else would be cool to do. But I would consider those like optional because we both are doing other things too. Like this is just what we do in our free time and hope it impacts and motivates other people. So yeah, my biggest, you said goal, right? For the next year?
Yeah, for the next year.
Next year would just be to make those 4 events better and bigger than what they previously were. Because that's the bread and butter of what we're doing.
Absolutely,
So,
yeah.
How about for you?
Yeah, I agree. Like when I think of movement culture, I think a lot of different things could come out of it, but it always comes back to 4 really cool events a year that aren't exclusive. They're big. There are a lot of people. Anyone can come. They're not expensive to get to. They're just like, I would say in between a networking event and a party. And you come, you know, you can chat business, you can chat entrepreneurship, you can chat dreams and goals, but you can also just come and have a good time. So doing 4 events a year just like that and having the experience be a little different every single time and having each event be better than the last. So when I think of the grand scheme of things, that's what like excites me the most. And then, you know, down the road, I think it's important that we figure out other value ops for people to tap into. Because these events are going to be super valuable. You're going to meet really cool people. You're going to be able to collaborate. You're going to meet people and everyone's going to be taken to the next level in whatever it is they want to do. But I feel like movement culture will be able to bring much more value to the table down the road. And that could be a mastermind. You know, that could be us flying out speakers.
Gary V.
That could be us doing more exclusive parties with, you know, just high level individuals that you're able to learn from. And if we're going to fly out Gary V, we can't charge $10 a ticket. So those would be more exclusive events that cost a lot more to get to because Gary V's more than a couple $1,000s.
Yeah.
So like I see these other opportunities for us to expand into, but I have no interest in expanding into them until we nail the first mission, which is to do really cool events a year, 4 of them a year, 4 really cool events a year. And until I feel like, okay, you know, we're selling out these events, people are loving it, the right people are showing up, you know, then I'm going to say, okay, maybe we expand. Maybe we try another thing. But you're right. We're all working on our thing. I mean, Jeff, he's got
family.
He's got a family. This dude's got like a couple kids, a house, a wife. Like that dude's got more on his plate than like the rest of us do. Like,
oh yeah.
You have kids? No, I don't have kids. So he's got kids. Jeremy's got a job and other things he's working on. You got Evernorth, this podcast active. And I have things I'm working on as well. So we're all super busy. So if we go into other avenues of things, it's going to be strategic and it's going to be like when the timing is right. Yeah. We're not like rushing to grow this thing. We're like, okay, let's focus on 4 events here. And then when we feel it's right, we'll grow. But I also see this being something that we can scale as well and like bring people on to help where it doesn't take, where we don't have to be fully like immersed into
social media manager.
Hey,
I see you're watching.
Dude, I swear if I got to post one more time on that Instagram, I'm going to explode. Like, dude, can't even describe. So like my schedule some days, you know, I get to the office I get to the office, I post on the Movement Culture Instagram, I post a few stories on there, reply to people. I go to the In2Motion Instagram. I post on the In2Motion Instagram, post a few stories on there. I go to the Sixth Floor Instagram. I post on there.
Nice.
And
you need a personal social media manager, dude.
I'll hire someone to manage all three of those
Jeez.
social media platforms. Social media manager.
Hey. No, dude, we should find someone like for real, because at Active we're working with an intern from the U of M who's super cool, and he's just like down to learn about like a startup. So what we could do is, I think it was from a connection from Antonio, is we could just talk with Antonio, who he talked to get like an intern that just wants to learn. Because in this situation, like if you want to learn about social media and creating content on like TikTok, Instagram, which would be like the two main social media platforms you'd work on, like that, you have then the opportunity to do that, because you have like 3 social accounts you can work on. And I don't feel like when I was in college, maybe I didn't know where to go for this type of stuff, but I would definitely do that if that was like an internship. Yeah. It's like learning stuff, because you'd be able to teach them like what works and what doesn't work. And then they would be able to help and assist with management and creating content that way.
Yeah, totally.
It'd be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get there. Maybe we'll meet someone at the event who wants to work with movement culture and help with social. But yeah, we'll see where that goes.
Let's go.
Yeah, I would say that's overall like long-term goal with movement culture, like where I see it going. But like I would consider movement culture a success. Like this is where I would consider it a success. If we throw this event and every single person at the event leaves this event feeling like more driven, more inspired, and just more excited to do and achieve whatever it is they want in this world. And they feel like they're one step closer to doing that because of this event, I would say it's a success. So the success is no longer if we sell out or not. It's if everyone there has that feeling when they leave the event. And I think we're going to do that. So
yeah. And we want a 5-star experience from everyone. Obviously, it's not like some insane, like...
No, it's insane.
It's insane, but like...
Champagne popping, you know...
Yeah. No, I guess like we want it to be greater than like what you thought it was going to be for the event. And that's a goal, because we want everyone to have a great time. And if you didn't, we're going to do our due diligence and reach out to you via like email, SMS, and make sure like what's up. Or like what can we do better?
No, it's going to be awesome.
To make the next one.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
It's going to be great.
You get some bad apples though.
You do, but not at the movement culture event.
No. Not acceptable.
Not acceptable.
No.
Yep.
Devin's been to a lot of traditional networking events.
Yes.
I know he's a big fan of them. He loves them. He loves the business card collection part of it. I know he has like a big binder with different business cards in there. He kind of will trade them around as Pokemon cards from time to time. And yeah, I mean, what's your coolest business card you own, Devin?
Oh man, there's John's Orthodontics is cool.
What was cool about it?
It's just the branding is stunning.
Oh, let's go.
I'm kidding.
How was it feel?
It's a tin. It was a metal business card. You drop it, little clink, clack, And there's something just special about the transaction. When he handed me the business card, he said, "If you refer someone to me, I will refer someone to you." And that just like was so heartwarming.
Yeah.
No, I mean, yeah. So I mean, just kind of like traditional networking, man. Oh my gosh, it makes you just want to throw up in my mouth, bro. Fuck. Like when I first moved down to the city, dude, you remember, right? Like I was going to networking groups and networking meetings 3 times a week, and they were the fakest shit ever, and I did not like them. I went there and you get up, you say your spiel, and then everyone's like, how many referrals did you send out this week? And they would like tally it up, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, is that really how this works? I don't want anyone referring me because they feel like they have to hit a minimum referral to be in this networking group, blah, blah, blah. I want people to refer me because they like me or they like the work I do. And I'm like, this just isn't right. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to feel like I have to refer you to get a referral. Like that just, I'd never have liked the transactional part of those networking groups. And I've been to so many networking groups, and like, it has always been a dream of mine to create something like this. And that's where I mentioned, like, let's build something that's in between a networking group and a party. And it's less, I would like to say an event like this that we're putting on, you may meet clients, you may not meet clients, I don't know, but you're going to meet, your future business partner, your future mentor, someone that maybe is, has experienced a little more than you, and you're going to be able to learn from them, as well as maybe you've experienced a little more than them in another area, and they're going to be able to learn from you. And it's people coming together and collaborating to help better each other and, achieve whatever it is they want in this world. It's not, hey, here's my business card. Can I take yours? We'll refer back and forth. And then you get a ton of fucking pointless emails all day long of them referring you to people that don't even actually want your service. It's just a waste of time. So I'm jazzed to like create something that isn't that. Mm-hmm. I just think that's not right. That's not even like morally right to me. Like, that's not even morally right to be doing that. It just doesn't feel good.
Yeah, it's funny. You did go to like a traditional. I mean, you signed up for like an expensive one, didn't you?
I mean, yeah, it was like $600. I mean, there's a ton. I was going to like 3 or 4 a week. I was going to one of the same every single week, or 2 of the same every single week that I paid to go to. Yeah, it was like a yearly membership.
Nice. Woof. Yeah, I've never really gone to any super traditional or like corporate networking events. Most of the ones that I've gone to have been like pretty cool, pretty interesting, I guess. Definitely trying to incorporate more like fun, entrepreneurial like spirit into them, which has been good. But yeah, I'm pumped for that.
Yeah, I've been to like that one we went to up in Fargo, which was an amazing one, and I've been to a few other ones that are great. But yeah, just like, man, if someone shows up to our event and they start, making it rain with their business cards.
Hey. So if we see someone with a business card, handing out business card, do we?
You can hand out a business card. I don't care. That's fine. But dude, if you're like in front, just freaking throwing business cards out. Oh my gosh, none of that. None of that. You're getting booted. We gotta get a security guard just for that. If you see someone, begging for referrals a little too much, get them out of here. That's not what that's about.
Get them.
People are here to have a good time. We got DJ.
We got DJ.
We didn't even mention that.
Yeah.
Quay. We got Quay. Quay's the DJ. He is, man. It feels like, since we've created movement culture, it feels like it's just bringing the right people into like our sphere to help out with this event. And it's just been really cool to see like Quay. Jeremy and I met with Quay on Tuesday night or Monday night or something like that. And he was like telling us his mission as a DJ. And he's like, I want to create a space where people come and listen to music and no one feels that they're not as good as someone or that this person's better than them. And there's no one like in a higher table area in a certain booth with like bottle service. And they're like, oh, I wish I was them. He's like, I want everyone to feel on the same level. And I was like, this dude's awesome. Like this dude is totally about what we're about. And it's just cool to see like, if you put the right message out there and you put your mission out into the world, it'll bring like the right people to you to help achieve what it is we're trying to achieve. This is really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see if it turns into dance party later as the event goes on.
I mean, hilarious. I mean, if they get enough Able beer in them, you never know where it'll go.
Yeah.
Yep. Everyone with those free drink tokens is going to be up in the front row. You know what I mean? I think it's interesting too because people don't really know what to expect.
Yeah.
Like someone messaged me and was like, is this like a speaking like Q&A thing? And I was like, no, it's like just a ton of cool people hanging out. Just a ton of people hanging out, having a good time, having a couple beers, listening to music. And these are just people that dream big and have big dreams for this world, and they love this city and they want to help build this city up. And yeah, it's just that's what it is. It's super simple. It's not like it's not a Q&A for it's not that.
Yeah, I don't even, like, thinking about it more, I don't even know if it makes sense for us to do, like, a speaker, like, Q&A type of situation. And the reasoning for that is, like, would you get more value from so-and-so coming up and just speaking on stage, where you could go listen to podcasts, watch YouTube videos, they would just, speak on what they speak on? Or would you rather have an event, have this individual within the event space, but make sure that he gets around to other people and is not with the same person? Like, I think that's, obviously, if you get a lot of people to an event, you have to set a limit, or else he's just not going to get to everyone.
Yeah.
But, like, I'd rather have 3 people that are pretty well known and have a lot of knowledge and their skill set come to the event, and have some type of just engagement with them, instead of doing, like, you come up and we speak and, like, it's just stuff we could listen to a podcast about.
Like, a personal conversation is much better.
Yeah.
Also, like, there's plenty. Like, there's podcasts, there's videos online, there's plenty of opportunities to go listen to people talk. But there's not enough opportunities to just hang out and chat with like-minded individuals.
Yeah.
So there's plenty of places you can go listen to people speak, Yeah.
It seems like the realest way to get answers from someone. Like, you're not going to ask someone, like, a personal question, most likely, if you're doing, like, a big panel with a lot of people there. Like, you'd go up to them, ask them your question, and then, like, they'd give you advice. And that's, like, that's, like, maybe the most impactful thing you could get compared to, like, doing a panel. Yeah. For that individual.
Totally. I want to... I think it'd be good. Like, it'd be awesome to make, like, a dream list of people we'd like to get to the event. Like, do you want the Gary Vee at the event? Do you want, like, an artist?
We kind of have to at some point have Gary Vee at the event down to fulfill our prophecy of.
I mean, we've said his name like 87 times in this podcast, so now we have to.
It's just, Gary Vee is someone that, when Devin and I were pursuing our entrepreneurial journey, he's someone that you listen to a lot, I feel like. Definitely when you're starting out. Yeah. Just to keep you going, keep you motivated, and just to block out the judgment of how difficult it is to do your own thing in life. So we'd love that opportunity if possible.
He's a huge reason both of us are where we're at today, that's for sure. And it'd be kind of full circle if he ended up coming to one of our events. Are you kidding me, dude? Cool. That'd be insane. So there's a lot of people I'd like to have come to the event, and it'd be insane for the event just to be recognized by them, and then they be like, I want to go there. I want to be at that event. Yeah. Be a dream come true. So yeah, dude, I'm excited. I think it's important, though, with events like this, just to take it one by one. Like, to do this first event and then to reevaluate, what did we learn? What could have been better? What did we do right? Double down on that. Go into the next one, then it's the same thing. What did you learn? What could you have done better? What did you do right? Double down. Yeah. And just keep doing it on every single event. And eventually, we should have the best event ever.
Yeah, we got some crazy ideas for the event even after this one.
Don't give them up.
Like, we're just people with crazy ideas wanting to, bring people together. And
actually, Jeff has.
Yeah, Jeff.
I think
got
Jeff
some crazy
lays
ideas
in bed at night and just like.
Because Jeff has lots of experience with events. Yeah. Cultivating events, which is awesome.
Jeff lays in bed at night and just like thinks on event idea, like things to do at our event. Like he's always, he's so good at coming up with crazy shit to do. I mean, I have a few ideas, but I mean, dude, it should be good. Like we're gonna do some really unique things, and I'm excited for that. But I want to just focus on this first event, and just doing this one right. And I really like how we didn't cut corners. Feels like we've done everything right.
We went above and beyond, even with one thing that events maybe. I mean, obviously, like we're doing a lot with the event and making sure that's like a great experience and making sure people have like giveaways, and also what we're doing with some of like we had a site to get people notified when the tickets went live so that we were able to like let them know. And then we also are like thinking very long term with it by setting up like a way to continue with like email and SMS to keep people engaged, along with like social media too. Yeah, which is great.
And everything's branded. Everything's branded, over the top. It's super loud. You're gonna walk into Able Brewing, you're just gonna know what's going on. It's we didn't mess around. We wanted to do everything right on this first one. I mean, like, why not, right? Why do it any other way? I remember like there was one thing that we wanted to order for the event, like a custom branded piece of something. It's like a tablecloth. And it was like, I was like, Austin, do we like just find a black tablecloth and use it for like the ticket stand? Or do we like order this custom movement culture tablecloth that's going to cost us like $450, $500 after shipping? And you're like, well, we've done everything else right up to this point. Are you just gonna like not do this one thing right? And I was like, well,
I don't know if I exactly said that. And like,
you kind of said that. And yeah, you did. You're like, why wouldn't you? I mean, everything else has been, it's like, not do that one thing.
Yeah, I definitely encouraged it out.
Yeah, you encouraged it, and I was like, yeah, you're right. Why slack on this one thing?
Because we can use it again. It's an asset that we can continue to use.
It's an asset.
Is it an asset? I mean, it might be. But yeah, I would like to, we're doing a lot with the event, but other than that, we've done a podcast maybe every 3 years. I mean, we've done podcasts every year for 3 years.
Yeah, is this my third or fourth one on? Because I did the one with Jalen too.
This is maybe your fourth or fifth time on.
Dang.
Yeah.
I'm becoming a regular.
Yep. Regular Devin.
No, it's fun. I like doing this stuff. Yeah.
What else has been going on in your life? Obviously, you have In2Motion Media. You have Sixth Floor.
Yeah, I mean, everything's been going good. Trading's been going really good. Like, trading's been great. I mean, it's been super consistent. I went like almost 2 months without a red week, which was awesome. And then the red week I recently had was like nothing. It was just barely red. So that's been cool. It's been crazy consistent. And then In2Motion stuff has been going amazing. Like, just landing really big projects and having the opportunity to work on some really cool stuff and getting to say no to things that I don't want to do. So like everything we've been working on has been like really enjoyable, which is obviously the dream. And also like we work in a team on every project now, where a few years ago it was just me doing everything. Now it's usually 3, sometimes 4 of us on shoots, which is fun because getting to collaborate with other people and just the project comes out better and it just makes the day really fun. And I also feel like we're in a really good place right now with In2Motion where our clients are also our friends. We work with the same few clients on a consistent basis, and these are people that I hang out with outside of work or I talk to about, personally as well, not just about work stuff. And that's like amazing because I like that better. I don't like the feeling of just like, oh, they're just clients. I'd rather just have friends and we work together on stuff. So that's been great. And video is just still just such a passion of mine. And there's nothing more satisfying than completing a project and getting to see like this thing come together. Like, oh, you went and shot for 4 days and then you edited for 3, and then you have like this finished project now when you started with nothing. So it's super satisfying for sure. And then Sixth Floor stuff is pretty steady. It's hard to get people to commit to the whole trading scene and like fully immerse themselves into what it takes to actually be a successful trader. But with that being said, I think people really value the community, and there's a few people that are really active in there, and I appreciate their support, and it's been good. I'm actually thinking up some new like marketing ideas on that right now, utilizing things like TikTok and all of that to help drive more of Sixth Floor. But overall, things have been good. I got a little like stressed out like a week or two ago. I feel like I haven't had a break, like a good break in a while now. And I can't unplug. Like if I take a break, the only thing I can think about is this fucking event or a video project or trading. So it's really hard when you enjoy what you're doing to, just because you enjoy what you're doing doesn't mean it's not hard. So like, though we're throwing on this event and it's something we really enjoy doing, it's still really hard, and it does add a lot of like work and stress into your life sometimes. So just trying to like manage that and figure out how I can like balance things more and just unplug.
Do you think old Devin, the Devin when we did our first podcast, would be, proud or even could have thought of the things that you're doing now or like where you are now?
Yeah, I mean, when did we do the first podcast? Was I 19 years old maybe?
Yeah.
So I was 19, so 3 years ago. Yeah, I mean, I would be proud with where I'm at now, but I would be very proud, but I was also someone that had extremely high expectations for myself. And I haven't hit all those expectations, to be completely honest. But I would be proud of myself 100%. Yeah, definitely. But I do sometimes set myself up for failure with expectations, with a lot of things in life. So I think I need to learn to go throughout life with fewer expectations and just kind of like say, hey, okay, I'm going to try my hardest at this, but expect nothing. And whatever happens, happens. Like, hey, let's market this event as hard as we can and do our best to get people to like come, and whatever happens, happens. If 150 people come, that's cool. If 250 people come, that's cool. Like, both are a success. So as long as you tried your hardest.
That's the most important part.
How have you been?
Just overall?
Yeah.
Overall, good. Definitely a little stressed just with everything going on. One thing so I have a Panda planner I talked about in the few podcasts. One thing I owe is a lot of times that I write on like how I'll improve for the next day is like protect time. Like that's always something that I just like come back to at the end of the day is like I try to remind myself to be smart about how I use time the next day and make sure that I am, doing work, but also hanging out with friends, talking with family, taking care of myself. And the more things you start to do and start to involve yourself in, the less time you have. So it's important to be like, is this time I'm using beneficial to me? Do I enjoy it? If not, I should reconsider it and just try to like limit that, I guess, too. Because, we're not perfect. So
That's good.
Yeah, just trying to do that. But obviously with the event stuff, it's been good. With Active, Active has been growing, which is awesome. Gearing up for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and working with a lot of cool brands now. They're all like, some of them are game changers in their space, and it's just really cool to work with like a vast group of people and talk with them, and yeah, it's awesome. And then for Ever North, still trying to work out the collection. That's been something that's been like a great struggle to me, I guess. If looking at anything that I do, there's just like Ever North and financial costs that come with that. There's just the manual cost of burning and creating the screens and creating the clothing, getting all that set up. But obviously working with other awesome people that are great at what they do to make it all happen. And then just I've been fairly consistent with the podcast in the last few weeks, which has been awesome. Oh, nice.
Let's go.
So that's been awesome, just trying to be consistent with that. There are some guests that I have in mind. It's always motivating to come in contact or have contact with people you would love to have on the podcast in the future. And I definitely have some people that I know will leave an impact on this podcast and are very skilled at what they do. So I'm super pumped to like have them share their message, because they're also some of the people that I feel like are not in the spotlight or haven't really shared their story a ton too. So
I love it, dude. That's
yeah,
sweet.
just, we're all trying to manage our time to the best of our ability and doing all the things we can.
We all got the same 24 hours, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And it's hard to not just like focus too much on work or too much on, I'm going to ask you a question that you used to ask people, but you've never been asked on this podcast.
Ooh.
How have you been doing mentally?
Ooh. Mentally, it's been good. I definitely notice when days are not good. Days are generally not good if something just straight up not good, depressing, negative, or just happening in my life. And that's definitely happened a few times this year, but I am aware when that happens and definitely does affect me. But with the things going on in my life right now and kind of the momentum for other things, I'm in a good spot mentally, for sure. And when I'm not, some people, you can sometimes notice from people when they're not. And if I'm not, sometimes I'll just try to hang out with friends or talk to family, because that generally does help. So
absolutely. Yeah, that's probably the most important thing to do. If you're not, just kick it with friends. Go do some random ass shit.
Yeah.
I love it.
Sweet. Well, it's about 7 p.m. on a Friday, and it's already dark out.
It's kind of a vibe in here, though.
It is kind of a vibe.
The skyline right here.
Yeah.
Got the Evernorth screen printer in front of us.
I would say if I did have maybe some more lights, it would be even cooler. But
yeah,
the camera went out recording us.
Yeah,
but you wouldn't even be able to see this anyway.
No, you wouldn't be able to see. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, dude, it was awesome.
See you all at the event.
Hope to see you at the event.
When's this podcast go up?
It's coming out Monday.
Okay, so you guys got like 3 days to buy tickets and come to the event. It's gonna be freaking awesome. Excited to see you guys there. This is like a dream come true for us 4. So if you guys buy tickets and come, we appreciate that. Like the support has been unreal up to this point, and if you guys come to the event, like, we just appreciate you supporting our dream, and we hope that you guys get something out of the event, whether that's a new connection, a new key that unlocks a door to something completely new or a new opportunity, or maybe you just come and you're like, okay, this is something I've needed for a while now. I've needed to surround myself with people like this. Maybe you have had a hard time finding your crew, the people that you hang out with on a regular basis, and you've been struggling to find like-minded individuals that you can just like be real with and talk about the things that you want to talk about with. And hopefully you can come to this event and find that. That's our goal. So see you there.
Sweet. Devin, always a pleasure having you on the podcast, and pumped to do a podcast next year too.
Amazing. Let's go. See you guys then.
Let's go.
Later.
Thank you for tuning into the podcast with Devin. If you enjoyed it, please send us a DM on Instagram at BehindTheVisionPod or Ever_North or leave us a review, as we love to receive your feedback on the show. If you want to stay up to date on new podcasts and collection drops from Evernorth, check out evernorthco.com. Thanks again for listening and hope you have an amazing day.